Well, tonight's a very important night in the West Belfast for us all. This is a selection convention for Belfast City Council elections, as well as the Lagan Valley and Lisburn elections coming up next year. And we have many candidates putting their name forward to stand for Sinn Féin, stand for their seats. And I think it's a great night where we see a packed hall full of activists who are supporting all their candidates from their local commons to put their names forward to stand for election. Stand for election is not an easy task. People, family lives get disrupted, but the commitment from all of our councillors, stand councillors, and our new councillors who will be elected next year, they have shown commitment and dedication beyond belief, and I think that's very, very important. This is about team building. This is about ensuring that we're providing a really strong team to go into Belfast and Lisburn councils to represent the people of West Belfast and the Colin area. I think this is a great step forward in the right direction. I think we're going there. I just think that the team that will be selected tonight will send a massive message right across the whole system that we're here to work and we're here to ensure that the delivery for our constituents is very, very important, and we will do that. We're also two of our long-term standing councillors, Hartley and Gerard O'Neill, are also standing down. I think that's a very sad day for West Belfast. Between both of them, they'll have 36 years electoral commitment to this area, and I think they have to be commended for their work and their commitment and dedication as well. Both of them have stood for election time after time, and they've been very successful in that. Tom has been elected for 20 years, Gerard has been elected for 16 years, a massive amount of time out of their own lives, and I think they have to be commended very much for that. Tonight they will be given a presentation, and that's only a small thing. A small gesture from West Belfast Sinn Féin is to say thank you very much to both of them for their commitment and their dedication and for their long-term stand of being Belfast City Councillors, representing West Belfast to the best of their ability, representing Sinn Féin and putting a clear message right across to all the other parties that Sinn Féin is about delivery. Tom and Gerard has done that in abundance over years, and I think it's just a matter of us saying thanks very much to both of them. How's it feel tonight?
Well, you know, it's a part of my life which is changing. People ask me, people say, "You're retiring?" And I tell them, no, I'm leaving the council. There's a difference for me. I mean, I'm going to be a party activist. You know, I've always been a party activist. I'll just change my roles now. I'm not stepping outside the work of the party. So, but tonight is really, you know, I suppose, a formal end to my 20 years as a councillor in Belfast City Council. You know, of course, I always think it's not so much the external. What I have witnessed is the change in people's heads. You know, it's the way they think about themselves, their sense of dignity, their sense of themselves, their confidence in their own cultural sense of themselves, their own political sense of themselves. All that has been transformed. I grew up in a society, you know, of a community that had a very deep self-worth, but they were told day and daily that they had no self-worth. And again, it's the people in this room, the Republicans of this last 45 years have changed all that and changed it dramatically. So it's been a long journey, and also a journey that's been very, very difficult at times, and a very dark journey in places, with great sacrifice. But you know, I like to say I've seen the promised land, but I've seen it in the context of the commitment and the dedication of thousands of individuals who give of their own time and energy and their own resources to be a part of this great struggle of ours.
Well, I feel very proud that the area that I've represented for the past 16 years had the confidence in me over that period to represent them, and I don't think there's any better privilege and honour than your local area coming together and choosing you to represent them over that period of time. So you feel very honoured and humbled. We have a great local history. We have an area that is enriched with many Republicans that have been about for a long time, and you really do feel proud and humbled when those people come together and choose you as their elected representative. So I'm looking forward, of course, to working with them in the future. I mean, both Tom and myself aren't in any way going away from the party.
You haven't gone away, you know?
No, absolutely not. We're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to working with my replacement, Arthur Carson, in the area. I know Arthur personally. I know he's a sound guy. Yes. I don't know about his wit, but definitely looking forward. He's a sound Republican and he's committed, and no doubt will work hard in the area. And I'm looking forward to that. So I think it's been a great night. It's been a great gathering. You know, there's been a good sense, a good buzz in the hall. People are looking forward to our list of candidates, ensuring that we all work collectively to maximise the Republican vote across the city and return the biggest number of Sinn Féin councillors back in the Belfast City Council at the next election. And I think that's the challenge that we all need to work towards. And I'll be looking forward to play my small part in trying to achieve that. So yeah, it's been a great night.
I'll come for us all earlier on, and we do owe a good debt of gratitude, and you know, it's just because it's an evocative evening that the two lads are standing down, that we pay tribute and pledge our thanks and gratitude to them. Now you're now going to choose people to represent this party. But what we then have to do is to get those comrades elected. That's the big job. It's easy enough coming in here and making your best choice of very excellent slate of other Republicans, but the big job is to make sure that we get them elected. So anyway, good luck, and thanks again, Tom, and thanks again, Gerard. Very much.
We've just put forward a great team tonight to stand both in Lisburn Council and Belfast Council and Colulta, the ward of Colulta as well. And I'm really delighted that there's such a mixture up there on the stage of women, of men and of young people as well. And it's really, really important. We now need to go out. We need to fight this election with all that we have, because it's very, very important that we build our political strength and we go forward, and that we take on the baton of the people that have already went before us and deliver for the people right across West Belfast and in the Colin area.
I'm absolutely delighted to be nominated for the upcoming elections. As you said, yes, we have been doing a lot of work. I stood in the last election and I lost out by just over 100 votes, so it's important this time round to get elected. So we're going to be out in the doors, making sure that people are registered, especially young people. Turning 18, they need to be on the register for this time round. My priority is to get round every single person in Colulta and hear firsthand, you know, what their issues are in their community. As a young Republican woman, I have my priorities would be youth and looking at the different amenities within the community and the lack of amenities within the community, and asking and engaging with the young people in the area to see what exactly their issues are in the community and, you know, what they need done.
Absolutely, excellent evening, I have to say, and the turnout was brilliant, and particularly in relation to Tom and Gerard, as you say. Some great remarks and some good stories from Tom Hartley. But as we saw tonight, there's been a very strong team selected to stand in the West Belfast constituency. I think it's a good mixture of youth and maturity, a good mixture of enthusiasm and experience. So I think we'll all serve our constituencies very well. Some big challenges in terms of boundary changes, and some bigger challenges, particularly for the new candidates who are going to be standing for the first time. And on a personal level for me, a big challenge in terms of me moving from Lisburn Council into Belfast Council. But overall, I think we've had a brilliant night. I think we've selected a really strong team, and I think come the election next May, I think Sinn Féin will demonstrate that we are the party that delivers for people, and we'll return all of our candidates for council. I think for all of us who were selected tonight, it's obviously a privilege. We're honoured to be able to put our names forward as candidates and be selected by the party. And so it is a privilege for us to stand for the party, but it's a bigger privilege to be able to deliver services, to deal with issues around equality, community infrastructure and investment in this part of the city for the areas that we all live in and that we all work in and that we represent.